What's going on, y'all? It's your boy L, aka Lav, in the ghost voice. I'm not gonna be on the video on this one. Just gonna show you what we're doing. We're doing baked macaroni and cheese from scratch. The recipe I saw has a whole bunch of cheeses. I know some of y'all like, man, you gonna use all them cheeses? I'm gonna be on the toilet until Christmas. Well, it's gonna be good, it's gonna look good, and it's gonna taste great. You don't have to eat it a lot of times. Anyway, we're gonna use ingredients. We're gonna use, you need 8 ounces of cheddar cheese. You need 8 ounces of white cheddar. You need 8 ounces of cream cheese. You need 8 ounces of cheddar cheese. So you need 16 ounces of cheddar. You need Monterey Jack cheese, velveeta, mozzarella, and we're using Kerrygold butter. They say Kerrygold butter is good for fatty things and keep the macaroni and stuff together. Help the blends come together because you got to make a cheese sauce. That's what we're getting ready to do. We're ready to make a cheese sauce. You're also going to need milk. I think you need 2 cups of milk and you need a cup of flour. So this is all my ingredients. You also need a teaspoon of pepperika and a little bit of red pepper, and kosher salt. So with that ingredient, stay tuned. I got my water boiling right now, getting ready to boil your noodles, elbows. The secret is, don't overboil the noodles. Just boil them when they start feeling a little soft, not way too soft, but just a little soft. Then you take them out and drain them. Do not rinse the noodles. Don't rinse the noodles. Just drain them. And while they're drying and draining, you're making your sauce, which I'm getting ready to do. I'm going to use half of this stick. This is an 8 ounce Kerrygold. I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to use half of it. And I'm going to put my cup of flour in the pot and start melting it down and bringing that together. And once that's together is when I'm going to start adding the cheeses. So stay tuned and get ready for that. B7SOUL Thanksgiving Feast. I'm waiting for my noodles. Noodles are boiling. I'm not going to boil them too much. So when they start getting a little bit soft, I'm gonna drain them and take them out, because remember they got to go in the oven too. So you don't want to be mushy. You don't want mushy mac and cheese. And while I'm doing that, I figure I'll show y'all what's going on. This is the ham. The ham is already done. Looking good. Looking good. Got the collard greens already done. Looking good. Looking good. Got the turkey still brining. That's getting ready to get deep fried. Smelling good. Smelling good. And got the ingredients over there for the mac and cheese. Gotta show you our desserts. That's the pineapple upside down cake. Looking good. Looking good. We got yams in progress, about to be done. And it's on the way. It's getting ready to happen, y'all. Stay tuned. Alright, the noodles are ready. I'm about to drain them out in the strainer. Do not rinse. So the noodles are draining out. And while that's happening, we'll get started on the sauce. Wait. Alright, so the noodles are ready. They're not too soft. And what you want to do is scrambling 3 large eggs. I'm scrambling 3 large eggs, and you want to just pour it all over the noodles. What that does is to help everything combine and help everything basically stay together in the macaroni, so it could pull together and stick together. So I'm just gonna pour that in there like this. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Good. And what you also want to do is wash your hands again. My hands are always clean, but for the camera's sake, I'll wash it again. Because you want to massage the noodles. Get the eggs all the way through them. Really. It's going to be like glue. Everything can adhere together. Alright, so I'm going to massage these noodles with the scissors. Can you see?
Yeah.
And once you massage the eggs and stuff into the noodles, into your baking pan, what you want to do is put a half a stick of Kerrygold butter. I'm using Kerrygold butter. It's supposed to be a good butter. You need fattiness, and you need it to be able to stick together. This is also part of the adhesiveness process. So I got a half a stick. I'm gonna just leave that right there. Let the warmth of the noodles melt the butter while I'm gonna come back and start my cheese sauce. So get ready for that. Alright, so now I got the macaroni already boiled. The elbows are boiled. I done rubbed my 3 large eggs inside of them, and I put a stick of Kerrygold butter in there, so that could be getting ready. Now I'm getting ready to go ahead and make the cheese sauce. So I got a stick of Kerrygold butter in there. You're gonna put a half a cup of all-purpose flour. So you want to take the butter, mix it around the pan. As that's doing that, once the butter gets done, mostly melting, we'll go ahead and put this half a cup of flour, all-purpose flour in there. That's also all part of the adhesive process. We're going to melt all our cheeses in here and make our cheese sauce. It's going to be delish. All-purpose flour going in. All-purpose flour in. So now you just want to mix that up and kind of like let the flour and stuff dissolve and get all. You don't want to have it on high. It's got to be on low. Don't want to burn the butters and don't want to burn the cheese. Now we got to start adding our liquids. Alright, so now it's time to add the fluids. I got 1.5 cups of milk. I'm going to add that in there. Stirring. Just gotta be patient with it and stir it. So what I'm doing now is I'm just trying to gently stir all through the pan because you don't want no lumps and clumps. You want everything to be smooth. And we're getting ready to add the cheeses once I get it like that. So y'all stay tuned. We're excited around here. It's Thanksgiving. hopefully everybody is enjoying the Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving from us to you. Us at B7SOUL to you. I'm excited. I should have my oldest coming over, I think. Hopefully she get here. I got some salmon for her if she come. I don't know if Mimi's coming. Yeah.
Type to post the video.
But everybody is waking up to the smells that's around the house. I got the camera facing on the ingredients just because I don't want to be seen today. Not yet. I'm not proper. I'm not groomed as of yet. I'm just all cooking right now. So stay tuned. My handsome face will be on the camera later.
Help me?
Because cheese burns.
Alright, so now that my cheese sauce and stuff is starting to look, the roux is starting to look good. So what I'm going to do is get ready to add this other half a cup of milk. People use half and half. I don't have half and half, so I'm gonna just go ahead and throw my regular whole milk in there. And you want to keep mixing through this whole process so it don't get all extra lumpy and clumpy and stuff. And this is like the paste for all these cheeses that we're gonna use, so everything could stick together and have adhesive and type of style. And we're gonna get ready to add our cheeses. So let me just stir this. A little bit more. You see it?
Yes.
Alright. Keep it down so it don't keep moving. Alright. So now we're going to start adding our cheeses. We're going to start adding our cheeses. I got 8 ounces of Monterey Jack. Bloop.
Why?
Pause.
Okay.
Alright, so the Monterey Jack is in. Always want to keep stirring. Also, if you have a good non-stick pan, that's very essential for this right here, because cheese burns fast. You want to keep it on a low temperature, medium low. In between is where I have it at. And I'm just going to keep stirring it. So now I'm about to put in the 8 ounces of white cheddar. And 8 ounces of cheddar. And that was what's the name of that other one? In the aluminum foil. Velveeta. 16 ounces of velveeta. This is the mozzarella. And you can just put the whole clump of cream cheese in there. We gotta cut that. Cream cheese, 8 ounces of cream cheese. And this is the rest of the velveeta. So it's a lot of cheese, y'all. It's a lot of cheese. It's going to be a cheesy situation. So that was 8 ounces Monterey Jack. 8 ounces sharp cheddar. 8 ounces of white cheddar. 8 ounces of cream cheese. And 16 of Velveeta. So you just want to keep stirring this up. And that's going to take a process. Gotta be patient with that. And when this is all said and done, it'll be ready to load up into the noodles. So y'all just keep. I have one more ingredient. It's supposed to be a secret ingredient. Give me 1 second.
Definitely have the flavor and taste good.
So we're just stirring and stirring. We're just gonna keep stirring it. So far so good. Bring it all down. Once I get this a little more broken down, we're gonna add a half a cup of sour cream. So stay tuned for that. Stir, stir, stir. Just want to keep turning and stirring this. Once I get this more melted down, I have my sour cream ready. Then once that's melted down more, that's when you're going to put your seasonings in. You're going to need black pepper, seasonal salt, pepperika, and Creole seasoning, which I think is like a little kicker. So I'm just going to use like a dash of red pepper. This thing is thick. Just stir and stir and stir. Alright, so now the cheeses are melting down nicely. Remind you, this is a constant turn type of situation. You don't want your cheese to burn. Non-stick pan is definitely needed on this. So as you can see, the cheese is melting. So I'm going to go ahead and add, see that spoon? I'm about to spill out. You see the spoon? I'm going to add a half a cup of sour cream. And mix that some more. You can do a tablespoon. So now that the cheeses are starting to melt down a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and start adding some of my seasonings. You're going to put a half a teaspoon, you're going to put 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of pepperika, we're going to put a half a tablespoon of seasoned salt.
You do this.
Half a teaspoon of seasoned salt. And a teaspoon of Creole, which I'm going to use just a little bit of this pepper because I don't have Creole. I'm not going to use a lot of that. It's a little bit. Alright. And you go back to mixing. It's looking alright. Keep stirring that in. And I have one more ingredient.
What'd you do?
And my secret ingredient, which is the last ingredient, is the what is this? This is sweetened condensed milk. So I'm going to use 2.5 tablespoons of that. Make sure you measure it out. That's 1. That's 2. about a half. So now that we got all that in there, this is gonna be awesome. Get back to stirring it. Just keep stirring it. And soon it's gonna be ready to apply to the apply to the macaroni. Looking about ready. We just keep mixing up the. Slowly I turn, inch by inch. Yeah, y'all. It's a B7SOUL Thanksgiving. Now, don't forget, if y'all like what you see, you like the video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you can see whatever we got going on. I'm going to put the steps and the ingredients in the description box below. Thank you, boo-boo. And so you can see what's going on and see how we do it, and you can try it at home. You know? And that's just how we going around here. Just look at that. It's gonna be crazy. So y'all stay tuned. Alright, so my cheese is melting nicely. If you're gonna try this at home and you notice that your cheese is just like lumpy, you can't get it out, you're watching your fire, your temperature, and you're like, oh Lav, man, this thing is like a whole big lump, I can't get it out, then you can add a little bit more milk here and there, but not too much. Drop it in slow so you can get it the right consistency that you want it. But I think mine is almost ready. And I just tasted it and it tastes awesome. And oh my goodness. Got the yams cooking. Collard greens is already ready. Cake is already ready. Turkey is still brining. Ham is already ready. Man, got some stuffing we gonna make, lickety splickety. We on it on here. We on. And I'm home. Get the Patron and tell them that we on. Alright, y'all. So what we gonna do is get ready to massage this into our mac elbows. So y'all stay tuned. Look at that cheese. Yikes. Alright, my cheese is pretty ready. Don't think that it's over thick. Because if you're trying to pour it and it's too runny, that means your mac and cheese gonna be runny. So if you want it thick, this is ready. This is right. So what I'm going to do is get ready to pour this little by little into the mac and cheese. Alright, so the mac and cheese has been boiled, drained, not rinsed. I have the butter in it, melted, and I put 3 large eggs in it and massaged and rubbed them all in. So now I'm just going to flatten this out. The cheese is ready. We're getting ready to blend that in. Here we go. I'm going to do it little by little. Little by little, just massage it in. This pan is probably kind of big. But this is the recipe for a 1 pound box of elbows. So this was a 1 pound box of elbows. I'm just gonna blend it in. If you need more, you put more. So you just stir that in there like that. Alright, so as you can see, I still have more cheese left, which is okay, because there's plenty of cheese in here. And I just flattened it out. I mixed it really good and flattened it out. And now you're about to do what? Put more cheese. You're going to take this shredded sharp cheese. Take this shredded sharp cheese and sprinkle it on the top. Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Just sprinkle it. Of course, the little people are up now. They smell all the food, and you already know Fortnite is already in effect. Fortnite, man. What is it about Fortnite? Anyway, sprinkle, you sprinkle. And after you pretty much got it covered up, huh? Paprika. That looks good. Alright. And then, to top it off, we're going to put the Kerrygold butter. Cut them up in little cubes and just place them all around. That just keeps it moist and buttery and flavorful. Huh? 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 Alright. So, throw this in the trash. And alright, so now the mac and cheese is all prepped, it's all ready, it's all cheesy. You're gonna put it in the oven at 350 degrees for 35 to 40 minutes. So you're gonna pop that in at 350, as you can see. My son says 350. I'm going to pop it in. It's too low.
Yeah, look at the yams. Look at the yams. It's something maybe the half off. Okay. We'll raise it up.
Is that too low? Ready? All right, it's done. It's ready to go in. Let me see it, cover it. And that macaroni and cheese is coming through nicely. I'm gonna let it get a little more dark on the top. The yams is coming together nicely. And I'm gonna go ahead and start this deep frying situation. So we're gonna go outside. Come on and tag in. Stay tuned. Oh man, look at that mac and cheese. That mac and cheese looking good. Don't worry, y'all. I'm gonna keep showing you step by step how it's turning out on the B7SOUL Thanksgiving. Thanks for partaking and watching the videos. Please like and subscribe. Hit the thumb up button and hit the notification bell so you can get all the notifications. And come on, man, enjoy Thanksgiving with us. Put in the comment section what y'all got to be thankful for in the pandemic. I'll get back to you. We're going to show you how this deep fried turkey going to come out. Alright, so I took my turkey out the brine. And it smells so good. This is it. Basically what you want to do is just dab it. I got a clean towel. Just dab it dry. Try to dab it dry. You want to put the wings up and the legs down, like so. Reason why you dab it dry is because when you put it in all that hot grease, you don't want it to bubble up like a volcano. Excuse me, Miss Camera Lady.
Can't see the turkey. They can't see the turkey.
Just dab it dry so that way the water and oil don't mix. So that hot grease along with the dampness, the moisture from this is going to make it overflow. So you want to make sure you
Yeah, what's that?
dab it dry, and you want to make sure you drop it in slow. So now that the turkey pretty dry, what's that bowl? So I can just let it sit. You get that? Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna just let that sit for the time being. It's getting dry. I dabbed it dry as much as I can.